Hello. Welcome back to Abby's Open House, Kids Keys, Caffeinated Convos. Welcome here. I am Abby Hebert, the one and only Abby Hebert from this podcast. I had the best thing happen to me today, the most random thing. So, a couple of days ago, I had posted on my social media. I'm horrible at Canva, all things photo editing. I don't even pretend. I just do it my way. Don't even care. I'd rather be real. I should probably just do AI and have picture perfect social media, but I feel like everyone else does that. So why don't I just have crappy real stuff and people can just make fun of me and use me as an example for why their kids should stay in their computer classes in high school and learn these things. I definitely did not. So a couple of days ago, I posted a picture of our Century 21 awards came in to our work, and they were just on my desk in a box or whatever. And so I was like, oh, Priscilla, she's my assistant. I'm like, we should totally take a picture of me holding my awards. Because I always see, like after the Grammys and all that stuff, I see all of the celebrities holding like their armfuls of awards, and it looks epic. So I'm like, okay, sweet, let's do this. So I put them in. I mean, there was like, it was like very underwhelming because it's like one trophy, whatever. And so I was like, you know what? Let's just grab them all. So from all the previous years, put them all in my arms. So there's a bunch of like gold. They look like little gold Oscar men. Put them all in my arms. Took a picture. It was the worst day ever. I have had a brutal cold for the last week. I'm on the very last day, I believe. It's all kind of funneling down out of me, hopefully. So I'm a little sniffly today. I hope you can handle it. But I looked like crap. My hair was fuzzy because I was like sweaty and hot and then cold, and my nose was so red from just blowing it all the time. Didn't feel good, but it was the day for the picture. So took one, saw it, was depressed, and then I was like, you know what? Let's post a picture of this beside one of like Taylor Swift or Beyonce holding all of theirs. And I'm like, this is going to be epic. It'll be like my Steinbeck version of my Taylor Swift moment. So did that, made me look even worse because I'm right beside Taylor Swift in her like super skinny hot era. So posted this picture, said my one chance at being, close to Taylor Swift. And then I did like a sarcastic, like was going to say like point out the differences, but my self-esteem can't handle it. Okay, great. So didn't think much of it after that. I get a phone call today, and I had literally just picked up a Dairy Queen cheeseburger, my favorite food on the run, not healthy. So I get this phone call, and they're like, hello, is this Abby? I'm like, yeah. This is Stuart from Dairy Queen. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot my credit card at Dairy Queen, obviously. Nope. I was like, hi, Stuart. He's like, guess what? I was like, what? This is not a word for word thing. I'm trying to make it exciting for you. He goes, we have started celebrating people here at Dairy Queen, and we saw your social media post, and we want to celebrate with you. So we would like to drop off a DQ ice cream cake for you and your coworkers so that you can celebrate. I flipped out. Poor Stuart probably thought that I have no life at all, and this was just the most exciting thing that had happened to me. It was a very exciting moment for me. I was so jacked. So me being the people pleaser that I was, I asked if I should like come pick it up, if that would make it easier for him. He was wondering which day he could come drop it off, and I'm going to this conference, so I'm like, would it be okay if we would do it on, Thursday when I'm back? And he was like, Stuart was like a trooper. He was on board. So on Thursday, my office is getting ice cream cake, and I'm so jacked for them. So I told as many people as they were there. I don't know if they're all excited, but I sure hope some people show up because that thing's going to melt. Proof that the little things matter. Choosing to celebrate people does make a difference. Day made. And I had my cheeseburger, which was all a win. DQ is my favorite right now. Yay. I think that's all I have to say about that. I have been packing for this conference, and I don't know about you, but it's probably the most awkward thing to pack for because we have sessions, we have breakout sessions. There are social events and stuff to do in the evenings. I'm not doing that. I'm going with my friend Angeline, and we have dinner reservations every night. We found a Michelin star restaurant that we were able to get into, and then we found some favorites with our menus that we thought looked really good. So we're being antisocial and we're doing that. I always bring a friend along because I have to pay for the hotel room anyway, and I might as well. And I'm in class all day, so Gerald usually just stays home because why would he sit in the hotel and do nothing? But I have friends that want to sit in the hotel and do nothing. So I'm jacked. It's good. We are going to go. We are going to have fun. But to pack, what do you bring? You need hotel outfits for like sweats, hanging around. I do like a bunch of napping. It's draining. It's a lot of education. I'm taking one breakout session about AI. I usually get a headache. I tried it last year. He lost me in the first 5 minutes. I remember looking back at my notes when I got home and I was just wondering, yeah, no clue. So I hope he's not building off of the last year's session, but we're going to give it a shot. And maybe it'll be the same as last year and I'll just relearn and maybe it'll stick. I don't know. Whatever. So I need the clothes for the hotel. I need the clothes for the conference. There's an award winners brunch. Dress code is smart casual. Don't know what that is, but we're going to try it. And then dinner clothes and airplane clothes. So travel pants, which I could not find today, which would have been bad. But don't hold your breath. I found them. It's okay. So I think I've got it all packed. Last time I went, it was in Ottawa with Century 21 Canada. They try and spread out the conferences to different areas of Canada every year so that as agents, we get to see the country that we represent for Century 21 Canada. So it's really neat. So Ottawa, I was over the weight limit by quite a bit. And luckily, my friend that I was with is a very light packer. This time, I don't believe I'm with a light packer. So we've got that going on. We're only gone from Saturday to Wednesday. I'm not a fashionista. Look at this. I'm not a fashionista, but there needs to be options. 8 pairs of pants, 4 pairs of shoes. I think I have 8 like blazer, cardigan, shirt, overshirt things, a few casual t-shirts, a couple hoodies. It's going to be a problem. Then I have some of my podcast stuff because Ange and I want to do a podcast episode together. My laptop, my remarkable notepad. How many black cardigans is too much to bring? That is the question I have. And I realized as I was packing, like I am not packing to stand out. I am packing to blend in, to be a wallflower, to just go with the flow, not stick out, not do anything. So everything is neutral. Brown. It looks like my closet has been ransacked. These are clothes I've never worn. I wouldn't wear them on a normal day. I've got a rotation and we are good to go. But what if Vancouver brings out the need for a geometrical shaped, patterned blazer? It might happen. What if the feeling hits and I have it at home in my closet where I've never worn it before? I'm going to be ready. I am going to be ready to rock that geometrical shaped blazer. And you're going to be jacked. I'm going to post a selfie. It's going to be amazing. Or you'll see me with my black cardigan, which is more to be expected. Oh, going away. I am actually not the only one that is away right now. Gerald has gone on a trip without me. Oh, Gerald Ryan. He is a homebody. I would say he would say that. I would say when he listens back, he won't argue with this. He likes to travel with me. We are buddies. We do stuff together. and his friend asked him to go on a trip to Texas with him. So I don't think he was going to go, and I talked him into going. So today they drove to Fargo, flew out to Houston, and then tomorrow they're driving to Dallas, renting a car, and driving back to Fargo. They're picking something up. I don't know, whatever. Like, I'm so excited. I have the entire house to myself tonight. I cannot wait. He doesn't get it. I think I hurt his feelings because I was like, yeah, no, you should go. I wish you'd go away more often. I usually go away for a weekend with the girls. Like, I'll go to Fargo or I'll go to Grand Forks or, I'll do this. I go to the lake. He likes to stay home, and that's totally cool. But sometimes you just want the house to yourself, And I was trying to explain it to him. He didn't have a bachelor party, but his best friend, Mike, took him to Palm Springs. They went for a week just to hang out. They did a bunch of museums. They did their thing. And it was so good. I got the house to myself. I didn't have to cook supper, didn't have to do the laundry. I could hold off on folding. And Gerald does not run a tight ship here. He pretty much lets me do whatever I want. There is no pressure on anything. So when I said I was so excited for him to go away, he's like, well, why? He was a bit hurt, and he's like, well, I'll just try and go away more often then. Didn't realize that you wanted me to go away. And it's like, it's not that, but I don't know if it's a woman thing. It's just so nice to just have the evening. Even though he'll work in the shop for the entire evening, and he has never once been bossy and been like, woman, make me supper, or woman, why aren't my clothes folded? He's always the first to offer. If I'm overwhelmed, he's like, why don't I do the laundry? Or why don't I do, whatever? What can I do to help? I like doing all of that stuff at home. I'm a little bit traditional that way. I'm a control freak. I don't share the kitchen well. Tommy could attest to that, one of my boys. We do not share the kitchen well. But the idea that no one is here, it just sits different for me. And so he is gone, and I am jacked. I was supposed to go somewhere in the evening tonight, and I just, with my cold, and the day did not go the way I wanted, I had to cancel my thing this evening, and I'm just trying to focus on getting back on track because I don't want to fly with plugged ears and all that stuff. But even just knowing I had nothing up this evening, didn't have to be home, because when Gerald's home, I like to be home. I like my husband. So that is not a problem. It's a problem because I want to be home. So then I kind of rush home, that's just what I want to do. But tonight I was like, no, I got nowhere to be. I can mosey on wherever I want. So I finished my last showing. I was like, hey, I'm in the neighborhood. Let's pop in at the in-laws. I was hoping they would have pizza left over. On Fridays, they have pizza night. So got there. They were literally just finishing off the last pieces. They offered to make me another one. I declined. I stayed, had a pop, had a long chat, filled them in on life, heard a little bit about theirs. I feel like we don't even go there together, but tonight I was stopping in there. We were going to hang out. So we did that. Had a great time. At least I did. I don't know what they thought. And they unlocked the door for me. So that was fine. And after that, hey, I had friends in that same neighborhood. We're stopping in. We're stopping in at Dustin and Jen's because why not? It's Friday night. I got nowhere to be. Footloose, freaking fancy free. Knocked on the door. Their dog freaked out. So I thought they weren't home. So I started backing out. And then they came in. I know. The suspense is killing you guys. I can tell. But this is my story. And turns out they were home. So I got to go inside. I totally invited myself over. It was awesome. Anyway, I got inside. Guess what? They had leftover supper. They didn't even really ask me. I was like, oh, no, it's okay. I'll eat at home, whatever. No. They heated up leftover homemade lasagna for me. It was so stinking good. It was so good. And made me a little lemonade. And we had I had the best time. I don't know about them. I have no idea. And that's how it should be with friends, I think, where it's just like you leave there and you just feel better off. And I hope that they felt okay, but um got to meet their son's girlfriend, cuz Friday night crashed the family hangout, and we laughed so hard. We was just like we actually got to talk about real stuff. It was the best ever. So, I don't know what the moral of the story is, but I feel like, how do I get some of this feeling while Gerald is home? I think I just like him too much. I think that's what the problem is. I think I like being home when he is home, because if I would stop there, I'd be in a rush to like tie up the conversation so I could be home and go home to him. And when I get home, I don't even walk straight out to the shop to talk to him right away. It's just like knowing that we're in the same spot. Really stupid. Make fun of me. I don't care. But I am loving my evening. And I think what I told Gerald too, we did life separately for so long, and I wanted to do life together with him for a really, really long time. I think we needed all the time that we did being friends and building that foundation. Looking back, I think it made us stronger, and I think it helped us. But my life was two separate lives for a very long time. I had my life with my kids when I had my kids, and I would have my life with Gerald. And it was great. It was two lives that I loved, like completely loved. But it was two separate lives and it was exhausting. And so when we got to join our lives together, it was just the best, because it felt like both of my favorite things had come together, and we got to just live this one life. And I got to come home every day and have all my favorite people there. I got to come home and share all these moments with both sets of people, instead of living this life. And then, we kept things pretty separate for a while, just because when you have kids involved, you just don't want to bring that in. He was always at every birthday party. He's been at every single birthday party of Max since Mac turned 2. But he was just my friend. And we did not push any further than that until whatever, things happened. So the moral of the story is, Gerald should not have hurt feelings, because I love coming home to him. I love that he is my home. And at the same time, I like when he's gone, so that I can come home to him after my holiday and enjoy him even more and be so psyched and hear about his trip and all that stuff. He's already texted. He said that his travel pants worked out really well, so that is a relief. And I'm excited for both of us to have good times and to hear all about it. I read this thing a long time ago about like love, and it was really interesting. I don't think it's every single case, but I found that it holds true for my life. And it's something about you can have three great loves in your life. One, there's a reason, one, there's a season, and the last one is a lifetime. And I feel like that is very much my life. My reason love would obviously be my kid's dad. And the reason obviously is because I got my kids and learned what I was okay with accepting and what I was okay not accepting, and learning to become the best version of myself. One day we will talk about my journey of very short-term dating, but before Gerald, maybe during Gerald. I don't know. He had to witness some of that, actually. And the rage that Gerald had for me about me reaching for the low-hanging fruit and not realizing I was worth more than that. After the reason love, I think I had just decided that I never wanted to be that person that loved someone more than they loved me. I truly believed that either you loved your partner more or they loved you more. There wasn't like an equal. And I never wanted to be that person that loved the other person more ever again, because it hurts and it's horrible. And I'd rather have someone love me and be the one with the power to hurt and walk away and leave it. And so, yeah, that was my reason. My season, actually, I would say, is Gerald, part one. And that would be my friendship with Gerald, my friends with benefits, Gerald, my everything before we actually committed and we're like, we're doing this. We're going to be together. You're my forever. I believe he was my season. I believe we were both very different people at that time, and it was our transition. Um, and I believe that without that time together and that transition and to figure each other out and learn what we both needed to do and to both heal and to be able to do that together, I really believe that I'm allowed to say he's my season, because my lifetime Gerald is a completely different Gerald. And part of me wonders if, I hope he's not annoyed that I'm talking about this, but he's away, so I can do whatever I want. He's a very like compartmentalized person. So like when he makes a decision, that is what we're doing. And that is what he's doing. And this is the plan. And this is what we're doing. So I really believe that the moment he committed, like he was just all in. He is our family and we are his family. And that is just the way it is. And that's what he signed up for, and that's what he is going to be a part of, and he is with us until the end. Ride or die. He is our ride or die. And it was never like that when he was my season. When he was my season, it was very tough to get commitment, very tough to even nail down like going on a trip, or like without the kids, just him and I, or to nail down even like grabbing dinner one night or whatever. It was like, oh yeah, we'll see how it goes, or whatever. It was hard to get any kind of commitment. And then it was like the minute he decided we're his people, we're his family, and he's going to be part of us, he was different. And I kind of love that about him, because he, from the moment, I'm going to cry, and from the moment that he decided that, he's been our lifetime and my lifetime. And it's really cool. And I think we both, I hope so. I feel like he loves me just as much as I love him. And it's not a I love him more than he loves me, or he loves me more than I love him. Some days, obviously. Hello. We both have our annoying moments, but I know that we're both in it, and we're both going to go down fighting to make it work, if that's what it ever has to come to. And until then, we're going to just enjoy our time together and our time apart, and we're going to enjoy coming home to each other. And that's why I'm thankful that he's my lifetime. So that's all I got for today. I was going to do a little rant about something else, anxiety related, but I'm in a super good mood and I don't want to kill the vibe. So we're just going to end off today. So what am I obsessed with? I've been working on scheduling some social media stuff. I like to be really real. I don't delegate my social media because I want it to be all me all the time. And I like it to keep it really personal and to have it about, me, and not just promoting my work all the time. And, it's healthy balance, I guess. And so one of my goals, New Year's resolutions, is to schedule 2 months worth of social media in a row. So I got March scheduled, and that just means like 3 posts a week are scheduled it's stuff that I want to share, and it's little tidbits and stories and information and facts. And then that way I can post my like random Dairy Queen cake post on Thursday or whatever. I can throw in all the extras that come up during the week, but then at least I know I've got my regulars so that when spring market hits, which has just started now, I don't have to go dark like I talked about last week, and I have it all scheduled. So I've been working on that. So that's kind of been my obsession. Also obsessed right now with playlists. I like to have a playlist for on the plane. I like curating good playlists. And one of my sons is big into that. He's a big music guy. He likes making playlists and he likes sharing them. And when he hears a good song, he likes to share that with me. And I dealt with someone today that was having a rough go family wise. And it really made me thankful for the way that I was raised. I think sometimes you have to remember that you have had it so much better than others, and we need to be thankful for that and not take it for granted. And I'm thankful that I have a kid that wants to share songs with me. How did I get so lucky, you know? So a while back, he had shared, I was listening to one of his playlists today, so that's what made me think of it. And he had sent me this song called, what's it called? Unsung Hero by For King and Country. And I like to secretly think, because he sent it to me just in the middle of an afternoon. He was probably home listening to it and sent it to me. I secretly just hope that he's a lyric guy. He likes the lyrics. He keeps a little notebook beside his bed of like when he has a favorite song, he writes it down so he remembers what it is. And the lyrics, I cry every single time. And the fact that he thought of me and thought to send it to me was my favorite. The lyrics to the chorus are, you're strong like your father, even when you're scared. When I was in trouble, you never left me there. And you love like your mother, like there's nothing to lose. And you're an unsung hero, so I'll sing this song for you. And maybe he just liked the tune or the whatever, but I secretly just like to pretend that he liked the lyrics and thought of me. So I've been obsessed with playlists and figuring out what I'm going to do on the plane. I'm very excited. In terms of books, what am I reading right now? I am reading Being Mortal. Being Mortal. I don't know how to say it properly. I don't even know how to pronounce the author's name, so that's fine. But it's really interesting. It's one of my book club books. It's my selection because it's been on my shelf for a while and I've wanted to read it. And it's about the aging population, healthcare, end of life care over the years from like 1900s to now, and how that's changed. And with life and us living longer, life expectancy, what that means for quality of life for these seniors, and the thought of dying with dignity and caring for our seniors properly and showing them that respect and not just holding them away somewhere until they just really want to be done because they're stuck in this prison. I don't know. So I don't know what the answer is, but I've been reading it and I find it incredibly interesting. I find it incredibly helpful and informative. And it really makes me think about planning for my future because I'm going to get old one day. It makes me think of making sure that I am respecting my parents. I mean, they're not old yet, but it makes me want to start just thinking about that and like making sure that I will respect them and see it through to the end and love them properly and not take away that dignity. Yeah, I don't know. Like they're not old. We still have lots of time. But if I've learned anything, it's that things can change within 24 hours. I mean, I could have slipped on the sidewalk and it could be me, right? I don't think education is a bad thing. So that's what I'm reading. I would recommend it. I'm not done the book yet, so maybe it'll suck towards the end. I don't know. I'm on chapter 4. It's about 300 pages. I'd say it's worth a read so far. Anyway, I have the rest of the evening to myself, so I'm going to go watch some Everwood because I'm still obsessed with that. And I hope you guys have a great day, whatever you're doing, whatever day it is. I hope that you have someone that you love to go home to, even especially if that's just yourself. I went home to myself for a really long time and I loved it. Nothing like crawling into bed. Oh, the days of having a king bed all to myself. It's awesome. I have downsides and share it with someone, but tonight, not tonight. But I do have my suitcase on one half of the bed, on Gerald's half, because I like to have it all laid out. I have a fabulous day. Next episode is my friend Angeline. We are going to be talking about all things friendship. We're going to be talking maybe about beginnings of Gerald and I, because she is, spoiler alert, Gerald's best friend Mike's wife. And now she's stuck with me. And it's the best thing that's ever happened. So you'll get to hear about that. I want to talk about celebrating friendship. We did a trip down memory lane so that I could see what her life was like before me. And maybe we'll get to talk about that a little bit. And I'd love it if you would join us. Thank you for listening today. Feel free to give us a follow on Instagram, Abby's Open House, Kids Keys, Caffeinated Convos. Thank you for listening. I'm Abby Hebert. Have a fabulous rest of your day.